fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days.
Hold it! This is hopeless. How does Mr. Lawrence expect us to understand Shakespeare? Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hours draws on apace. What is that supposed to mean?
That means they're getting married 4 days from now.
Who's about to get married?
Theseus, and what's her name?
Titania?
It starts with an H.
Hermia? Helena?
Hippopotamus! Hippolyta, queen of the Amazon.
What's an Amazon?
You know, a female warrior?
So this guy Theseus is marrying a professional wrestler? I got it.
Let's just go on. So, anyway, Theseus and Hippolyta are getting married. They send Phil straight out to arrange the wedding.
Don't I even get a line?
Maybe later. So, anyway, Theseus and Hippolyta are talking about the wedding when Aegeus storms in.
Full of vexation come I with complaint.
Aegeus, Theseus, Hippopotamus. Why doesn't anyone in this play have a normal name?
It's Hippolyta, not Hippopotamus. Get it straight or I'll carve you up and feed you to the hounds.
No, there's a good attitude for a blushing bride.
Right, please go on. Thank you. Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience to stubborn harshness. Be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, as she is mine. I may dispose of her either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
Aegeus wants his daughter Hermia to marry this guy Demetrius. But Hermia wants to marry this guy, Lysander. So Aegeus takes him to the Duke of Athens, Theseus, and says either she marries Demetrius or she dies.
Sounds like my dad. That is like so unfair.
Anyway, Theseus gets the whole story.
What say you, Hermia? Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander. I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment dwell.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me, in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to observe forever the society of men.
So, you see, she has 3 choices.
Marry the guy she doesn't love, or die.
Or,
What are you looking at me for? I don't know what abjure means. To abjure means to give up, to renounce all right to deprive oneself of. So she's going to become a nun? I'd rather die.
trust me, it's better than marrying Demetrius.
So would I live, so die, my lord, ere would I yield myself upon to his lordship. You go, girl!
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, either on that day prepare to die, or wed Demetrius, or on Diana's altar to protest for high austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander. Yield thy praise title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. You marry him.
Scornful Lysander, what is mine, my love shall render him.
I am, my lord, as well as derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, and which is more? I love a beauty as Hermia. Demetrius, I'll vouch it to his head, was in love with Meter's daughter Helena.
Demetrius was going out with this other girl, Helena, but dumped her to pursue Hermia.
Someone should pack him up and feed him to the hounds. I remember this part. Even though he dumped her, Helena still loves Demetrius, right? That girl has some serious self-image problems.
I must confess that I have heard so much. Demetrius, come, and come Aegeus. Fair Hermia, look you fit your fancies to your father's will, or else will all of Athens yield you up, as by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Apollo, Aegeus and Demetrius, go on.
I, me, thought that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history. The course of true love never did run smooth.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny.
A good persuasion. Hermia, I have a widow aunt from Athens. Is her house remote 7 leagues? It respects me as her only son. There will I marry thee, and the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, still forth my father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town. There will I truly stay for thee.
My good Lysander, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. So they're running away together? How romantic!
Yeah, right. He's a guy. I figure he'll dump her, just like Demetrius did Helena.
Funny you should mention Helena. She comes in and immediately begins to whine that Demetrius loves her friend Hermia more than he loves her.
Sickness is catching. Oh, where favor so. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that you frown to teach my smile such skill.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, with that fault or mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold, for tomorrow night through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I were wont to lie, there my Lysander and myself will meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I'm as thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. Here mean I to have his sight back again.
So Helena is going to tell Demetrius that Hermia and Lysander are running away together?
That is so low.
Well, what happens next?
Next, we're introduced to a group of bad actors.
I thought we already had been.
No, there's a group of laborers who work in Athens who want to produce a play for the wedding.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought to play in our interlude.
First good, Quince. Say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Now, good, Quince, call forth the actors by scroll. Masters, spread yourselves!
Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready, name what part I am and proceed.
You are set down for Pyramus, a lover that kills himself most gallantly for love.
I will ask some true tears in performing of it. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. That was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Ferris Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That is all one. You shall play Thisbe. Robin Starveling, the tailor. You must play Thisbe's mother. Snout, the tinker. You, Pyramus's father, and myself, Thisbe's father. Snug, the joiner. You, the lion's part.
Have you the lion's part written? Give it to me, for I am slow of study.
It is nothing but Rory. Masters, here are your hearts. Tomorrow night, meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse.
There we may rehearse, and there we will meet, obscenely and courageously.
At Duke's Oak, we meet. 1, 2, 3, Shakespeare!
Is it just me, or are they really stupid? I think they're supposed to be stupid, right?
Right. They're the zany, comic part of the play.
Whatever. So, what happens next?
Next, we meet the fairy. You know, tiny magical creatures?
Right, gotcha.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar. I do wander everywhere. I serve the very clean. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl on every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lava spirits, all be gone. The queen and her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his rebels here tonight. Take heed, the queen, come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell, in wrath because that she hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. And jealous Oberon would have the child. But she withholds the boy, and now they never do meet. But they do swear, for fear that all their elves creep into acorn cups, and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and make you quiet, or you are that knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, and sometimes leads night wanderers? Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon. Okay, fill me in here, because I am totally lost.
Oberon and Titania are the king and queen of the fairies. I think they're fighting, but I'm not sure why. Something about a boy they both wanted. I guess it's sort of like a custody battle.
Okay, but who are these guys?
The fairy is a servant of Titania, and Robin Goodfellow, who's also called Puck, works for Oberon.
Shh! Here come Oberon and Titania.
All met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy skip hence. I have forsworn his company.
Harry rash wanted, and not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know that never since the middle summer spring we met on hill and dale, forest or mead, to dance our ringlets in the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport, and through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, the angry winter, all change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world now knows not which is which. This progeny of evils comes from our decession.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. I do but beg a changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, but she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perhaps until Theseus' wedding day. If you will dance in our round, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide downright if I longer stay.
That's so sad. Why can't they just both swallow their pride? When the parents fight, the kids always lose.
Oberon gets so angry, he launches a plan to punish his wife.
That is so like a guy.
My gentle Puck, come hither. Fetch me the flower I showed thee once. The drop of it on sleeping eyelids will make or man or woman. upon the next living thing that it sees. Bring me this herb, and be thou here again before a Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop it in her eyes. The next thing she sees, be it on lion, bear, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm off with another herb, I will make her render up her page to me. But who comes? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Here comes Helena and Demetrius, looking for Hermia and Lysander.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where are Lysander and fair Hermia? Thou toldest me they're stolen into this wood. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, in plainest truth, do I tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you.
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel. What worser place can I beg in your love than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
Let me go. If thou follow me, do not believe I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Hi, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief, Demetrius. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo. So I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
That girl should get into therapy.
He is such a jerk.
Reminds me of my ex-boyfriend.
Oberon thinks Demetrius is a jerk too, so he expands his little scheme a bit.
Hast thou the flower there? I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows. There sleeps Titania, some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and the light. Take thou some of it, and search through this grove. A sweet Athenian maid is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me off to sleep. Then to your offices to let me rest.
Philomel with melody, singing a sweet lullaby. Never harm, no spell or charm, come our lovely lady night. Fairies hence away, now all is well.
What thou seest when thou doth wake, do it for thy true love's take. In thy eye, what shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the woods, and I have forgot our way. We'll rest us and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as the pillow for both of us. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet.
Oh, take
Do not fly so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it.
Gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off yet in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end. You tell him, girlfriend.
Way to go, Hermia.
I told you Lysander was just another guy. He'll probably dump her now.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, to give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed. Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. Night in silence. Who is here? Is this he my master said despise the Athenian maid? And here lies the maiden, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love. Churl upon thy eyes, I give all the power this charm doth owe.
Wait a minute. I thought he was supposed to put the stuff on Demetrius's eyes.
He messed up.
Say that thou tell me, sweet Demetrius.
Oh, great! Now what?
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
How wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
No way. I have a bad feeling about this.
Happy is Hermia wheresoever she lie, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. I am as ugly as a bear. But who is here? Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Oh, where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Lysander, Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who could change a raven for a dove? You are the worthier maid.
I knew it. Now Helena will probably fall all over Lysander. It's that stupid Robin Goodfellow's fault with his potion.
Don't forget Oberon. It was his idea. Of course, he was only trying to help Helena by getting Demetrius to fall in love with her, and now everything's messed up, and Lysander is ready to abandon his girlfriend, Hermia.
You know, most guys don't need a potion in their eyes to do that.
But Helena's such a moron, she doesn't care. She's probably flattered.
Not exactly. Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? It's not enough that I never did deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another, therefore, be abused.
Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. All my powers address your love, in might to honor Helen and be your knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me. Ay, me, for pity, what a dream. Lysander, methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? Gone? Where are you? Speak of all loves. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you will find immediately.
Oh, that's so sad. She's all alone.
Yeah, it's a tough world. Let's get on with it.
Well, whatever happened to those actor guys?
Oh, right. Well, they were practicing their play in the forest when weird things started to happen. First, they started finding problems with the play. Quince, there are things in Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill him, which the ladies cannot abide.
A parlous fear. We must leave the killing out.
I have devised to make all well. Let the prologue sing we do no harm with our swords. This will put them out of fear.
Will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
There's none more fearful wild fowl than your lion living. We ought to look to it.
Another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half of his face must be seen through the lion's neck. To the same defect of ladies, or fair ladies, I wish you, or I would entreat you, not to fear. If you think I come hither as a lion, it would pity of my life. I would man as other men are, and tell him he is snug.
There are two hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into the chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet at moonlight.
You may leave the casement of the window open and may the moon shine in.
I, or one must come in to disfigure or present himself of moonshine. Then there is another thing. Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink of a wall.
You can never bring a wall in. What you say, Bottom? Some man must present the wall, and hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Then all is well. Rehearse your parts. Pyramus, when you have spoken your speech, enter into that brink.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors! Odors!
Odor savor sweet. So have thy breath, but hark a voice, and by,
A stranger Pyramus than ever played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, for he goes to see a noise, but is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nina's tomb, man. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past.
Oh, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
If I were fair, Thisbe!
Oh, masters! Fly, masters! Help!
Why do they run away? This misery will make them afraid. I shall sing, and they shall hear that I'm not afraid. The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo cray, whose notes many men dogma not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. On the first view, I love thee.
I think you have little reason for that, mistress. We keep little, company keep little nowadays.
Thou art flies as thou art beautiful.
If I had wit to get out of this wood,
Out of this wood do not desire to go. I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend to thee. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, and mustard seed.
Ready?
And I. Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
I beseech your worship names.
Peas blossom,
Cobweb, moat, mustard seed. Lead this gentleman to my bower. Tie up my love's tongue. Lead him silently.
That is... How can two people fall in love like that all of a sudden? That is so stupid.
Really?
What about that guy in your math class? The one with the big ears?
He did not have big ears. And besides, that was different.
I don't know. As I recall, he had a pretty striking resemblance to Bottom.
That's not fair.
Hey, look! I don't know about the rest of you, but I am starved.
Let's take a break